I was just chilling on my own, scrolling online. Next thing, Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 about to be postponed.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
What is MAPPA doing? Why aren't they paying their animators? And why are the animators coming out posting cryptic tweets and complaining online? It's very scary. So let's find out why. I found an article from Anime Senpai. It's a really good article. It gives you everything in detail and a good understanding of what is going on. I'm going to put the link in the description. You should go and read the full article. It will give you the perfect explanation. I mean, before that, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I always saw every major project, anime project that was coming up was taken up by MAPPA. Vinland Saga, MAPPA. Attack on Titan, MAPPA. Chainsaw Man, MAPPA. Jujutsu Kaisen, MAPPA. In my head, I was like, this definitely is not going to be good. No way that MAPPA could do all these things while maintaining good working conditions for the animators. And that's basically what is going on right now. MAPPA picked up too much load and it's now straining the animators to make sure that they produce or they roll out the animation that they have on contract at the right time. But let's look at it. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1 aired in 2021. Season 1 took about 18 months to animate to complete. Right after Jujutsu Kaisen, 4 months later, they released Jujutsu Kaisen 0, the movie. And at that time, they were still working on Chainsaw Man that they had to release later on that year in 2022. Also, while picking up the final season of Attack on Titan. This final season, which with the way they wanted to release the final season of Attack on Titan, the scheduling issues were too tight that Wit Studio dropped the series, but MAPPA picked it up thinking that they could. So they managed to do Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1, and then they did Jujutsu Kaisen 0, and it took the span of 4 months, and it was a massive success. It was very huge. And because of that, it kind of put a domino effect in the company's mind, and because the company really doesn't really care about humans and sees their employees as just tools to use, they believe that they could crunch big projects that should usually take a long time to complete in a short time, and it would still roll out. Why? Because they did it with Jujutsu Kaisen 0. So what does that mean? That means that MAPPA picks up projects, anime projects, that ideally should take a longer time than it has been given. And under contract, they have to release it during a set period. And they force their animators to animate those things within that set period, which leads to unfavorable work conditions, working long hours, not to mention that the pay is also not enough, which is the reason why you could see the deteriorating mental health of the animators at MAPPA, and also the dip in quality in some episodes, because some of these episodes just entirely could not be finished because there's just not enough time, but they have to bring it out. And because of that, it leads subpar animation to be released on that day. And that is why the fear of like postponing the remainder of the season is real, because there's just not enough time to complete it in a way that it will be good. And these animators, mind you, they want to release a good anime. They want to release something that they're proud of, but because of the scheduling and how they're being forced to work on tight schedules, they release things that even they themselves are not proud of. I've seen a couple tweets from some of the animators, because anime fans are not light. They are very heavy on people. They would make their grievances known when they see any difference in anime. And because of that, they're human beings. They would feel that pain. It even leads them to tweet things like, I know I ruined the masterpiece and stuff like that. But it's not really the fault of the animators. It's the greed of the studio, thinking that they can pick up more than they should. And because of that, you have a wonderful cash cow like Jujutsu Kaisen, a beautiful storyline, and with that already came up with top of the line animation, and it might end up being ruined or postponed for a long time because of the greed of these big corporations. So now we're in a situation whereby the animators don't really want to work for their companies, but these companies make them sign NDAs in a way that they cannot say much about the company, so they have to resort to tweeting online in cryptic messages to show the grief that they're going through. And overall, it's just kind of ruining the anime industry as a whole, because of the people behind the scenes that are giving us the good work are not being treated well. It would trickle down to the content that we're receiving. And this is due to moolah. It's just due to the greed, the big bang. Man, people want to see some bank in the bank account, a little bit of money, and it makes you lose your way. They should sit back. They should go back and focus on the product. if they put out good products, people would watch. If we don't want to get another 7 deadly sins, and this kind of way will just end up imploding itself. But that's what usually happens, and that's how greed ends up killing anime and beautiful shows at the end of the day. But that's a rundown of what's really going on with Jujutsu Kaisen right now and MAPPA, just in case anybody is confused. I'm going to put the link down to the articles that I read through to just find out what was going on. They're very good articles. You should check them out, read them. It will give you a good understanding of what is going on. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bombs out.